Hello and welcome to another update video about Chainlink. Chainlink is currently trading around $7.31. It is holding in its target area. With target area, I mean the area between the 88.7% FIB level and the 78.6% FIB level. These are the two Fibonacci retracement levels where you would, in such a corrective wave, normally expect the price to find support and to reverse to the upside. For cryptocurrencies, and especially in such a young market and in the first main corrective wave, which we are doing here, this is typically the area where they do turn around, or where there is a significant opportunity for them to turn around. Yeah, there is no guarantee that they will do it, and we always should wait for a bullish signal to be more confident that there will be a completion of the correction. But yeah, we've been talking about these price levels since November. It was a long journey. We finally reached it, yeah. And prices back then, when we were around $30 of around $6, yeah, were very, very hard to imagine. It just shows you how the sentiment changes. Like back then, a price of $6 was very crazy and unrealistic. Now, the all-time high prices, when I talk about all-time high prices of or new all-time high targets of, for example, here $92 for Chainlink, sound super unrealistic. And you can already, I give you a guarantee, when we are going to reach these prices, and I think we will, you know, in the next bull run, the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, maybe even more, depending on how crazy this goes. But I can't tell you when that will happen, but it will be the next wave up, the wave 3, yeah, in a bull market should reach at least $92. Just based on targets of the elite wave, based on the calculations of the elite wave method, yeah. But I can guarantee you, when we will be there, people don't want to sell, and people will tell me that we will never see a correction again and everything will go to the moon and everything. So it is just what it is, and we have to get used to it. And a key in the markets, and a key to be successful in these markets, is to understand that and to master this, yeah, to master these emotions, not to get drawn into this moon hype, and not to get drawn into fear, yeah, too much fear or too much greed. That is important. That is just very important. And then you're already 50% there, maybe even more, because this is attitude and psychology. It's a key part of this game. So let's take a look at where we actually are. We are still, as I said, in the target area, which is actually good. Yeah, which is quite good. Maybe we'll take that wedge out here. It's annoying me a little bit. So, and we go to the lower time frame. Let's take a look on the 1 hour chart here. The 1 hour chart shows that we did, showed you in the previous video, I think that was this bullish flag, yeah, that did break out to the upside, all happened, yeah. It was not a sustainable breakout though, but this descending wedge broke out to the downside, and from that breakout point, it was a nice run to the upside of 15% within maybe a couple of days or whatever it was, yeah, maybe even 1 day. So I'll take that out now because we don't need it anymore. What is important to see now is that we are forming here possibly a head and shoulders pattern, yeah. So this is something that we can see here that could already forecast to us that there will be a breakdown, yeah, a breakdown, a move down. From here, when we fulfill this head and shoulders, neckline is around $6.70, and you have a left shoulder here, you have your head, and you have a right shoulder. You even have a double top here of this smaller move. And if we don't make a higher high now, that could indicate that we will fulfill this head and shoulders, and that would then indicate that we actually break further down here. Now, we should not, in this scenario that would forecast a bullish move down, a bearish move down below $6.70, we should not move above those highs, so above $7.95. Above that, we need to look at something different. For now, however, and that is my view for Bitcoin as well, yeah, that is my view for other cryptos as well, that this move up here looks very corrective, yeah. You have a lot of overlaps here, and then you make your lower highs here, and it just looks very corrective. And if I look at the wave count for Bitcoin, if I look at the wave count for Solana, Ethereum, and so on, basically then also if I move that over to Chainlink, and that would be perfectly applicable as well, you would have completed a wave 3 here. This is probably a wave 4 complete, might not be complete yet. That is not 100% what we don't know that yet. Yeah, and we could already be in the first well, you could already be in the 5th wave down. So you came down in a wave 3, you moved up in a wave 4 corrective wave, and you're now starting your wave 5 impulse to the downside. That would be the last wave down, the last leg down to finish off this correction. Yeah. If wave 4 is already complete, we don't know. I think this will become very, very likely, as soon as we break below $6.68. Therefore, this neckline is so important. So that is what we need to look at, what we keep an eye on. Yeah. Overall, I think generally for the crypto market, I think the low is not in yet. I think, to be honest, Chainlink would have a chance that the low is in here, but to do that, it would really need to move above let's call it $8. Yeah, it needs to move above that previous swing high. If it does that and then proves that it moves up further in an impulsive way, the low could be in. Yeah, we reached the target area. What has come up here could count as an impulse. It's still not ideal, and I don't really like to count it as an impulsive wave up, but if you now get another wave up, possibly, but to do that, it needs to make that higher high above $8. Primarily, I still think Chainlink will see a lower low, another low to complete the overall correction off, because the medium-term wave count would also suggest that this here was a wave 3, means that this is wave 4, and the wave 5 would still be needed to finish the overall correction off. And if we look at Chainlink, if it drops below that $5 level or $6 level, which is the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement, what would be the next support? Would it be a disaster? No, it wouldn't be a disaster to drop below the 88.7% level. It's just not great, and it will make the recovery potentially a little bit harder. And cryptos that haven't dropped below the 88.7% level, they currently are looking a little bit stronger. So that is just how it is. And bear in mind, we have over, 5,000, over 8,000 cryptocurrencies. A lot of them will die. I'm not telling you that Chainlink will die, but we just need to be aware that a lot of cryptos are dropping below that level, and in the end there will be a lot which will which won't make it. It's just reality. That has always been the case, and that will be the case. So always understand the project you invest in, that it is a project that you really like, that you believe in, that you think will be there in 5 years' time, or depending on your time horizon. But what will be the next support for Chainlink should it drop below that $6 level? Well, we already reached that support level here before, when we dropped actually briefly below that 88.7% level, where we haven't reached it quite, but it will be those previous swing highs here from March 2020 and July 2019. That is the level around, pretty much the $5 level. That will be significant support. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Should we even drop lower? Well, there's a few significant highs and lows here that will also act as support. Now we've got the $3 level. That is already, still more than 50% from here, so I'm not sure if we will get there, but there is a $3 level that will provide support. And the very last level that I think would be absolutely crucial for Chainlink to hold would be $1.60. Now, I don't think we're actually going to get there. That would mean a significant correction for Bitcoin and other coins as well. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we go down once more to $5, for example. So, yes, we covered the price targets, we covered support resistance. Generally across the market, we can currently see that the ADX, which is a momentum or trend indicator, and the RSI still show a lot of bearishness in the market. Let me just change that back. Still show a lot of bearishness in the market, whereas the MACD is already pushing here for bullish crossovers. Here on the daily, you can currently also see here a bullish crossover on the MACD. The MACD line is very low, so yeah, this is something potentially bullish. It is too early, and the bullish signals also in terms of price action, they are still a little bit too weak. But if that moves over to the longer time frames, and you can, as soon as we see something here on the 4-hour chart that it is turning around, and this might be turning around soon, we could be more confident then that the low is already in. But just because if we see this turning around here, it is also a little bit too early. So to get some more confirmation, we want to have divergences, positive or bullish divergences on the indicators. The longer term the indicator, the better. And very importantly, what you want to see here a series of higher highs and higher lows, and we want to see a first impulsive move up. So what we want to see is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive move up, 5 waves to the upside, and then we want to see ABC down, so a corrective wave down. And if in this corrective wave the price makes a higher low, that is normally like one of the key signals that the downtrend is over. Yeah, very, very important. And yeah, that's pretty much my view on Chainlink here at the moment. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership and maybe even check out the trading course I'm currently publishing on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.